I treat these things like paintings. I don't know how to color block. I don't care about traditional way of design. I just see it and I do it. I feel it. Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Baklava, Action Bronson. This is my life in sneakers. When I was a child, I was the only child, so all my cousins spoiled me, my mom, everybody spoiled me rotten. I had them all. I literally had every shoe that was coming out in a kid's size. For every name that you could imagine, every sports athlete that had a piece of footwear, I had it. Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, Hideo Nomo, Shaqs, lots of Shaqs. Not just V1, V2, V3, Shaqnosis, Frank Thomas, Big Hurts. I don't know which one I coveted the most. I think it might have been a Griffey. I really loved the Griffey or a Barkley with the humongous teeth on the side, the CB34s. Said Sir Charles on the bottom. Back then, when I was a youth, there was a store on Austin Street in Forest Hills called Kings and Queens. My eyes were seeing Air Max 95 when they came out, all the different tuned Max and all the crazy stuff as it was coming out. These humongous air bubbles appearing on shoes and crazy colors and going ridiculously past the upper shin with a basketball shoe. I love that stuff. The crazy runners that were coming at the time. My eye always went on to an obscure shoe. As I got older, there was more places that we went to. And Broadway near 6th Avenue going towards Manhattan Mall, there was a store with the Chinese man in there that had everything wrapped up in plastic, preserved Air Raids, Reebok pump aerobic ones, the purple magenta pump, the ones that no one had. Etonics, original Asics split up the middle in crazy colors. This is when all those stores downtown were opening up as well, like Clientele and Norm de Guerre and crazy sneakers, and collabs started happening. East Bay, that magazine was more important than newspaper to me. That was more important than Time magazine. I remember ordering the Cheryl Swoops back then. I would wear from size 8 to an 11, depending on sock thickness. Whatever, you know, if you find something hot, you gotta get it. I was a different kind of character, as you could tell. Oof, man, it's like heavy. Just hurt me in the stomach. New Balance 992 has to be on there. Probably around 97, 98, my mother introduced me to the New Balance shoe. She was wearing them for foot comfort. We had friends in the neighborhood that would speak to us and tell us about the olden days. And one of them referenced on why they would wear the New Balance shoe in the reflectors, because when you take pictures, you would be the one that would be shining. That always struck a chord with me. I love Reflection, I love 3M, I love that company. They make all kinds of amazing things like Scotch tape. I can't give you what my favorite shoes are because it's been so many years of shoes. There's been so many names. Throughout the years, all the off-brand ones I love, all the Air Maxes that you can't even remember that name. Oh, I love those. So let's go with all that. Let's go with the 90s. Period. Let's go when new shoes would come out and there were new designs that were fire. Now everything is just regurgitated. Colors mean everything. Colors mean numbers. Colors mean movement. Colors mean everything. When you say a color, do you see things? I do. I see all kinds of things. I smell things. I like adding bonus features. This whole lining right here is 3M as well, copper 3M. It's like rising out of the swamps. We got a nice tidal wave on the sole. This is a piece of baklava to me, and it's also a crocodile rising out of the water. It's just beauty and design. It's just in my mind, this is the canvas and this is the palette. This is it. This right here, this mesh, this neon mesh, somehow, I love the color. I love neon blasts on top of a dull rust. It brings life to the situation that seems so done. This also reminds me of the Ninja Turtles. You know, it reminds me of Ooze. Man, I have 100 drawings on my iPad, on my phone. Just the way that I do pretty much anything just overwhelms me. So I did a bunch of different colorways, and they send you the CADs and everything like that. I don't know how to do any of that type of thing, so I have a friend of mine who is a partner in crime, Aaron KR, one of the illest design dudes that there is around, very well versed in the sneaker world, so he knows what materials could be used where and this and that. We didn't have a long time, so I'm not gonna lie, I had to nail it on the first try. So we nailed it on the first try.
These are the first one. What is the other colorway?
They're on my feet. I wanted to modernize a classic navy and hit them with every different type of blue that you possibly can. Aqua slate on the trim, and then when you see on the inside, you get the aquamarine on the in there, dark navy. You got the ice on the bottom, a little bit of sky in the back, just that hint of purple that ties into blue for me. I'm calling these lapis lazuli, one of my favorite stones, the thinking man's stone.
How many laces come with these?
None. They come as is. I don't want you changing my shit. It's a painting. You don't go up to a fucking painting and put another stroke on it. I don't know what they did with this new 990 V6. No bullshit, because I'd be saying this even if I wasn't involved. Whatever materials they use, they gave you bounce that shoe has and the stability of the Heritage 990. So I feel like I have the power when I'm running and walking, and if I loosen them up to chill. But I wear different shoes for different things. So if I'm doing something specifically where I'm like squatting heavy, or doing things where I'm leg situations, you want something flat, or you go barefoot. If I'm running around on the track or on the treadmill, I'm putting on the Hokas, or I'm putting on these. I debuted my own shoe, Arthur Ashe Stadium in Flushing, motherfucking Queens, in front of 20,000. I've done a lot of crazy shit, and it's hard to articulate sometimes what I've done, and I don't really like to talk about it, but this was fucking crazy. I've been watching wrestling for my entire life. I got the call that the legend from ECW, Taz, I hear that they're doing some sort of big show in Queens at Arthur Ashe Stadium, Grand Slam situation. Taz lets me know, listen, man, we want to do an angle. So I start training. 10 weeks of training, being in the ring, and it all culminated to me performing a song that me and Harry Fraud made in 2014. Arthur Ashe Stadium, 20,000 people sold out, motherfuckers screaming. And then after I did the song, I got in the ring and I wrestled. I did moves, you know, I fucking did a running power slam. I showed athleticism, and it was all because of the grip that I had from the shoe.
What's your wrestling future looking like?
I'm training. You see all these medieval utensils around, so I'm always ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Thank you, everybody, for checking in on this episode of My Life in Sneakers. It's your boy, sincerely, Flushing, Queens. My shoe, the 990 V6, Baklava, comes out in March. Keep your eyes out for it. Make sure. I appreciate everybody. I love you. Love yourself.